Since 1969, one of the country's national forests, 156 in all, has provided the nation's holiday tree to grace the lawn of the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. This year, the Ottawa National Forest, on the western edge of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, gave of itself the treasured gift, a 76-foot white spruce of 70 years, and hopes of many spirits to lift. It was given the name the Tree of Hope by a committee of many involved long before the events of September 11th suddenly consumed us all. The spruce was chosen for a number of reasons, among them its health and color during all of the seasons. It was harvested in mid-November before hundreds of well-wishers in the small town of Watersmeet. Ceremonial cuttings took place that day, and a Native American Indian laid seeds at its base in hopes that new growth would take the old's place.
If you look around this forest and most of the Upper Peninsula, back in the 1930s when we became a national forest, there were very few trees left. This area was a pretty desolate area. You look at pictures, there were nothing but stumps and a lot of rough terrain that would have some trees in the bottom of those terrain. Now we have a healthy, vital forest that a lot of us are proud of and a lot of other people are interested in. We have areas that are very unique on the Ottawa that aren't ever going to be harvested, and those areas are wilderness areas or areas that are protected by rivers, ravines, things like that. But across the entire state of Michigan, we have many areas like this.
Many in Michigan paid tribute to the tree as it journeyed along its way, and many more from all over the state of all sorts of ages took the pleasure to create the over 6,000 ornaments that it would eventually grace once the grand tree was finally in place. And to keep the public informed from beginning to end, the National Forest Service chose Waverly High School in Lansing, Michigan to create its official site on the web.
It's a good inspiration because after what happened, a lot of people's spirits are really down and they need something to pick their lives back up. And I think this Tree of Hope is really going to be very uniting when it's unveiled in D.C.
I think this has been a fabulous project for students. I really do appreciate the U.S. state taking a chance on allowing students to be this important part of the media and for presenting this out to the public, because I think they have shown that they can be very responsible and do a good job.
When the holiday season is over and the Tree of Hope is taken down, its usefulness beyond its symbolism will have really just begun. It will be milled into 200 2x4s, each one used in a new Habitat for Humanity house back in the state in which it came from.
We're in this business not just to provide housing, but really, literally to change lives. We find that about 40% of the adults that secure and purchase a home from us go back to school and get more education. 25% of the kids report that they do better on their grades. 25% of the families report that there's less illness. 60% report that there's less conflict. And so there's a lot of things that happen to these families in addition to getting the house and acquiring capital and becoming part of the mainstream of America.
And so on December 11th, after months of preparation and the 1,000-mile journey complete, the Tree of Hope and all it represents was honored on a chilly night in our capital, Washington, D.C.
This country has shown itself as a country of great spirit, a country of giving, a country of principle. This tree symbolizes a very, very special season for us.
Its 10,000 lights now shining so bright, the Tree of Hope stands as a beacon for our country at night to remind us all of what's good and what's right.